All right, peace and blessings, family. Many, many blessings to you all. Okay, we are coming live because I need to explain to you all this ritual that you're going to do tonight. Okay, this ritual tonight is going to be a very powerful ritual. This is going to be a ritual where you are going to go through some dimensions and go through your completeness of a transformation that's taking place here on earth as well as the cosmos. Okay, now I'm not going to be long on this video. I know people don't have Facebook. I actually posted it on Facebook. If you look at the video before this, I actually put the spiral up that you're going to use. Now let me make this clear. If you have seizures, do not do this ritual. If you have seizures, you cannot do this ritual. Okay, now first you want to get you some lavender oil. Okay, this is what Spirit told me. Get some lavender oil. You want to get the spiral. You can either get a spiral off of YouTube, get one off of Images, or you're welcome to use the video that I posted up earlier on YouTube. Okay, now you're going to get some water. Now let me tell y'all this. People go to bed later than others. Do not eat 3 hours before you're going to do this ritual. I said anytime after 6, don't eat anything, just drink water. But some people go to bed later, such as myself, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. So at least 3 hours before you're doing this ritual, do not eat anything. Drink water. Then you're going to have a glass of water that you want to put on the side of your bed. Okay, I want you to put some water on the side of your bed. Now, we're saying that when you lay down, you want to either burn your lavender oil in the oil burner, diffuser, or you can put some on the bottom of your feet, okay, and put some socks on. But Spirit said lavender oil, and that's what you must use. And I believe it has something to do with the ancient, Kemetic, Nubians that actually was really the ones who came out with essential oils, okay, or as you all know them, the Egyptians, okay. But they said lavender oil, okay. And then what you're going to do, family, is you're going to take your spiral, okay, and you're going to stare at it as you're getting ready to fall off to sleep. You're going to use the binaural frequency, okay, the binaural frequency of 441, which is going to take you into the dimensions, okay. This is going to take you into the dimensions. So you're going to use your spiral, you're going to have your lavender going, and you're going to have your water right next to your bed, okay? And as you're listening to this, and I really recommend using headphones, okay, when you're listening to your binaural frequencies, because it resonates more with your brain frequency, and usually at a beta is like a 1 to 7 hertz, okay? But the 441 hertz is going to take you into the dimensions. Now, the reason we're doing this ritual is because I was led by Spirit and by the ancient ancestor and the overseer of the earth, the Sphinx, her real name being Haramaket. I'm just a messenger, okay? I'm just a messenger. I give the messages, and now you take heed to the message, okay? Now, with saying that, what we're going to do is once you lay down, you have your lavender oil burning or in your diffuser, wherever you choose to do it, on the bottom of your feet, you're going to take that spiral. You can actually download it to your phone, your cell phone, and you can also listen to your binaural beat at the same time. Remember, it's a 441 hertz, which is going to take you into the dimensions, okay? Now, with saying that, you want to be totally relaxed, okay? You want to be totally relaxed. Make sure there's no noise in the house. As you're falling off to sleep, staring at the spiral is going to begin to pull you in and take you into the dimensions. And the reason we have to do this now, if you all have not seen the video I did the other day, go back and look at the video about the message from the Sphinx and about the message from Spirit and what we need to do. Also, I talked about the end. Everybody's talking about the end of the world tomorrow, whatever, all the Christians and rapture, this and all that. Y'all know what I'm talking about, okay? But for us spiritual folks, this is going to actually help reactivate your DNA. I don't care what nobody told you at one time. Many, many, many years ago, we actually used more strands of our DNA. Well, tomorrow what's taking place, it's not a rapture, it's not the end of the world. What's taking place is the completeness of a transformation that we've been going through for the last couple of years. We are in the age of Aquarius now. So tomorrow is going to be the completeness of this age. Pisces out the door. Pisces age out the door. If you all understand how it works, Piscean age was the age of Christianity, the age when your DNA strands were shut down and man taught you everything you know. Now what you're doing is you're taking back your body, mind, and soul, because your DNA is beginning to reactivate and bring you back to that, as some like to say, that God consciousness or that higher consciousness, where you will begin to use more of your conscious mind opposed to the subconscious mind, which is pretty much programmed and brainwashed by man. Okay, so when you do this actual ritual tonight, it's going to take you through some dimensions. And as you're going through these dimensions, because remember, as the ancient said, as above, so below, we're connected to the universe, we're connected to the earth. So as you're going through these dimensions, your body is going to be worked on as you're sleeping, okay? Your DNA is going to begin to reactivate. Not all strands, but some of them are. Because you have to complete this transformation that's taking place when you wake up Saturday, okay? Don't be surprised on if you feel like you're in another whole world, like you're not even a part of this world, okay? And I'm going to leave you all with that, because what I want to do is I'm going to come back tomorrow night and we're going to get some feedback on how you feel, what you experienced as you went to sleep and went through them dimensions, okay? So we're going to do that tomorrow night, because I'm going to get feedback from my family. But like I said, I'm not doing this video long. It's just to tell you what you all need to prepare for tonight. For one, get your spiral picture. Like I said, you can do a spiral on your phone or you can print it out, okay? And then you want to have your lavender oil. You want to have your water, okay? You want to make sure you get your water, because you're going to drink a lot of water before you go to bed. And then, not too much, because you want to keep peeing every 5 seconds, you know what I mean? But you're going to drink at least, you know, keep drinking water before you go to bed. And then what you're going to do is you're going to have a glass of water sitting on by your bed. If you don't have a nightstand by your bed, put it under your bed, okay? If you don't have a bed that's, you know, raised up, put it by your side of the bed on the floor if you have to, okay? Just make sure you have water by your side. And what we don't understand, because we're in the age of Aquarius, as I told you all before, we are going to see a lot more water. The age when you see the water bearer, you know what I mean, and the air, because Aquarius is a representation of air, but also water. As I told you all, we're going to see more floods and more water coming about, hurricanes and all that great stuff. Now, it was saying that water is very important in this ritual. One of the things I want to mention, before you drink your water, pray over your water. Pray and ask that water to help you embrace the energy as you're going through these dimensions when you're sleeping, okay? And then what you want to do is pray over the water by the bed, okay? And when you pray over the water by the bed, you're basically asking the spirit of the water to protect you from any disagreeable beings, okay? Disagreeable beings that are going to try to intervene in the mix of your dream state when you're going into this. You understand these dimensions, okay? So be very careful. Now, water, lavender, your spiral. Then you want to make sure you have your binaural frequency of 441, because that binaural frequency is going to pull you into the dimensions along with the spiral. The spiral is basically setting your mind up and pulling you through by staring at it. The binaural sound is resonating with the frequency of your brain, okay, and your body, which is going to pull you through these dimensions. You have to go through them. Don't be surprised. Don't get scared, and you actually probably won't, because you think you're dreaming, okay? What you're going to do is you're going to just embrace the energy. Have fun while you're in them dimensions. Laugh, you know what I mean? And just feel like you're free, because you're going to feel like you're flying, okay? The best way I can explain this is, if you all seen the movie Doc Strange, okay? Remember when she punched him in his chest and punched his body out of, punched his soul out of his chest, and he went into the dimensions and he was in the cosmos, you know what I mean? That's what you want to experience, okay? Now, with saying that, family, again, we're not going to be on here long. I'm going to get off, okay? Get off of here, because I'm getting ready to prepare for some other things. I have some rituals to do. It's Friday night, so I got to get in my ritual, get in my, you know, shrine and do my work. But I just wanted to give people a clear understanding of how this ritual is to be done. I'm going to say it again. Attention, alert. If you have seizures, do not, especially nocturnal seizures, which basically happens when people are sleeping, do not do the spiral or the binaural beats, because it's known that frequencies actually set off seizures, okay? If you have grand mal seizures, don't do it, okay? What you can do is, if it's some ass, is just basically use the actual lavender, okay, and do the water ritual, but do not do the spiral or the binaural sounds, okay, frequencies. Be very careful with that. So you want to do just the water, the lavender, you know. Now what you can do, I'll give you this, and what Spirit just gave me, is that you can probably put on the the OMM sound, the you know what I mean, this symbol right here, you know what I mean, on my tattoo, the sound, okay, which is also going to take you into dimensions. But don't use the frequencies if you have seizures. Warning, okay? Because they're pretty much known to set off seizures, especially nocturnal again. So family, I'll take a real quick 1 or 2 questions before we go, and I'm gonna post this on Facebook, I'm gonna post it on Twitter, so people can intertwine with this ritual tonight. And it's a very important ritual. You know, everybody thinks they know what they know, but all I like to say is I'm just a messenger. I was told that we need to do this, and it could have something to do with the fact that we are at the end of the beginning. And what I mean by that, we're at the end of one age into the beginning of another age. And not only that, when you hear the Christians talk about it, and oh, it's the end of the world and Armageddon, Armageddon is within you, okay? That war is within your soul. You're going to fight the righteous with the unrighteous. But what this is doing, this ritual is going to do, is this ritual is going to help you complete your transformation coming into this age of Aquarius with full effect, okay? Like I said, don't be surprised how you feel. Don't be surprised if nothing bothers you and you ain't a part of none of this chaos and destruction that's going on in this world, okay? Don't be surprised. But I will be on tomorrow night to actually get some feedback on what you all experienced as you were going through these dimensions, okay? Now, as I said, somebody just asked a question, what time should you do it? I recommend that anybody, anytime after 6, don't eat, just drink water. Just drink water. Now, some people go to bed late. I go to bed 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. So, if anything, at least 3 hours before you go to bed, and I'm going to tell you the minimum 2, don't eat anything. Just drink water. And make sure you have that glass of water by your bed, okay? You can get lavender oil anywhere. If you got an herbal shop around you, as a matter of fact, Walgreens sells little lavender oil. They sell the little essential oils. Walgreens, Walmart sells them now, okay? You can get it from a herbal shop. You know, I recommend the Now. I like Now oils. They're just more, you know, stronger to me, okay? So y'all, I'm gonna be forward to looking, you know, to speaking to y'all tomorrow night. Again, do not be afraid. I had somebody on Facebook say, Nikki, oh, I'm kind of scared. I'm going into a coma. And I shouldn't have used that word coma. It's basically going into a deep sleep state. So you can allow your body, okay, to actually embrace this energy of this transformation and come in with the new, okay, energy of Aquarius, which is air and water, okay? So don't be afraid. Don't be scared. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do, because people don't understand. This spiritual warfare, this Armageddon, this is what it's about. Okay? This is what it's about. It's about, you know, making sure that you understand that you're connected with the universe, as our ancient ancestors said. The ancient Egyptians, to those who know it as the Egyptians, to us that know it as Kemet, our ancient Nubians, they're the ones who created the essential oils. You understand what I mean? They're the ones who said as above, so below, before the Bible even said it. So what we have to understand is these are messages that are given to me that I'm sharing with my spiritual family. For those who don't want to do it, that's on y'all. But we must take heed to what the message was. And the message is, in order for us to not experience what's going on in this world over here, we got to embrace this world, get our DNA, you know, DNA makeup, you know what I mean? And then we got to do what we got to do, okay? Let me see. Is this a good ritual for, let me see, I'm going to have to look. Ask that question again. Is it a good ritual for what? Because they're popping up as we speak. And my YouTube is not up. So, Ask the question again, Ashley. Let me just see what the questions are. I got the live chat up and out. Hold on. Live chat up and out. Hold on. Live chat up and out. Hold on. Okay, is this a good ritual for someone that's never done a ritual before? Yeah, well, you know, this is one type of ritual, okay? Anybody could do this. Anybody could do it. My thing is, first of all, I like to tell my people, you know what? You don't have to be an African indigenous traditional healer to perform natural rituals. Anybody could be intertwined with the elements of the earth, air, water, fire. You know what I mean? So you can do it. You can pay homage to the sun, to the water, to the air. You know what I mean? You can do all of that. You don't have to be a traditional healer to be able to communicate and do rituals with the earth and the water and the fire. Now, when you're talking about extensive rituals where, you know, I get people calling me to do different rituals for whether it's health, love, money, whatever they want. You understand? That requires certain spirits that we use. Those are the only times you really need to be initiated. But when it comes down to the elements, talk to that spirit of water. Like I tell y'all, hug that tree. Thank the air. You know what I mean? When you walk outside, breathe, you know, deeply. Breathe, you know what I mean? Thank the air. You know, thank the trees for putting out the, you know, oxygen. You can do all of that. You are interconnected. Like I said, when you walk outside, you walk into yourself, which means you can use the elements to your benefit because you're a part of them, okay? So, ritual within itself, I'm going to say, this is, you know, anybody could do this. Anybody could do it. And I highly recommend that you share it, you know? And the reason I said for those spiritual people, because you have a lot of Christians, and you know, if y'all look at it, everybody's scared tomorrow the world's gonna end. They think the world's gonna end tomorrow. It's the end. It's the rapture, y'all. Somebody said, well, is Japan? No, not Japan. Is North Korea gonna, you know, put a bomb on the United States of America? No. If there's one thing I do know, coming from my ancients up and down, okay, they will not allow them to destroy this earth using their nuclear weapons. And before that happens, they will be shut down. Before it happens, okay, they will be shut down. So, you know, you got a lot of Christians out here talking about the end of the world. We're going to die. We're going to do this. You know, don't be surprised if y'all see something on the news tonight or tomorrow. You know what I mean? Talking about the end of the world. Y'all know we went through this 1999, 1944, the Jehovah's Witness, 1999. Prince was singing it. We're going to party like it's 1990. You had 2012. That's it. The Mayans said the world was going to end. You know what I mean? So, what we have to understand the metaphor and that Bible, you understand, that speaks about it, okay? And the metaphor is basically you going through this, you know, you're going from the end of an age to the beginning of a new age, okay? And this age says that we will become more spiritual. We will become more spiritual beings opposed to physical beings. So we're saying that embrace this energy. That's what's happening tomorrow. The end of the permanent end of Piscean age, okay? The permanent end of Piscean age. So, all right, family, if y'all don't have any more questions, because my phone is ringing, I got to do some rituals today. It's Friday. I got to get up in that shrine, okay? Miss Virgo lady, if you can, I misread your question. If you can't find lavender, okay? Let me see. Spirit, what else can she do if she can't find lavender? I'm going to recommend that you put on some meditation music, okay? Put on some meditation music, or you want to put on some nature music. Nature music, you could put on water. That's another thing. Very powerful too. You can use nature sounds, okay? So if you can't find lavender, anything that's going to relax your spirit, that's what you want. Something that's going to relax your spirit, okay? You don't want, you know, you want something that's going to relax your spirit. So do that. Okay. Let me see the black people. I had a dream last night that I was in ancient Egypt and walked down into a dark area with two sphinx on the side. What does that mean? I'm new at this. You know, the black critical thinkers, that's very interesting. That means the ancient ancestors are trying to get a hold of you. And you know, it's crazy because you said two sphinx. I think I was just watching a video not too long ago when they were talking about the two sphinx. there was more than one spank, and it was saying that the one that we see, that I know is the overseer of this earth, okay, which is a woman, okay. They said there was another one that hadn't been uncovered. So it's interesting that you say that. But it sounds like you need to communicate with your ancient ancestors. And I'm going to tell you all how powerful this is. Years ago, when I began to communicate, I'm going to even tell you what's deeper than that. When I was a little girl, I was in 1st grade, and I had never seen anything of Egypt or Kemet, okay? And we had to draw murals. And I remember seeing, because I've always been able to see since I was a little girl. I remember the spirit told me to draw a picture of Ankh-Naten. Not Ankh-Naten, I'm sorry, Tuk-Ankh-Naten, okay? And what was crazy is that I hadn't seen nothing in Egypt, never been to the Museum of Natural History in New York to see nothing in Egypt. And I drew it, and I actually won a prize for the whole school. My mother said to me, she said, well, my mother kept it for years. She said, well, who told you to draw? I said, they told me to draw this in my dreams, mommy. You know what I mean? I was 6. No, I was 5. I think it was, 5. So it was crazy because I knew as I got older that I was an ancient one. Don't ask me how. I just knew. I resonated well. And I'm going to tell y'all the deepness of it. I was doing my music because I do music, y'all, as a hobby. And I was up 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm doing music, and my shrine, my, ancient Egyptian Kemetic shrine was behind me. And I kept hearing the spirit say, sing it backwards. I said, huh? Sing it backwards? I said, huh? I said, okay. I said, so you want me to sing the words backwards? So I actually, when I was creating the track, I was engineering the track, I'm, hearing the words. Now, the name of this song was called Planet Venus. Welcome to the planet Venus. But when the spirit was talking to my aunt, say sing it backwards, I said, okay. So I wrote the words down backwards, y'all, and I start singing it, and it was like and I said, wait a minute, hold on, because I was saying my spiritual name Wunam, and I was like, welcome to the planet Venus. So I called up one of my brothers who actually speaks the ancient tongue, okay, what we call Metunecha. And I said, what am I saying? These spirits are telling me to sing it backwards, And he says, play the song for me again. I said, okay, I'll play it again. But before I did that, my daughter, my youngest one, she's 27. She said, Mom, she said, you sound like you're speaking a language from the mummies. You know what I mean? From the movie The Mummies. So I said, wow. So I went on YouTube, I pulled up the movie The Mummies, and I listened to them talk, and I said, wow, that's interesting. I said, it does sound like that. So then I called my brother, who actually speaks the Metunecho, the ancient tongue. He said, do you know what you're saying? I says, no. I said, they just told me to sing it backwards at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm working on the track and working on music, He said, you're saying that you're the bringer of light. They told you to say that you're the bringer of light. From that point on, let me tell you how deep it was. When I would go to my ancestral shrine, they would teach me the ancient language, okay? And it was weird because it was backwards, and it was telling me different rituals that I needed to do backwards by the planets, okay? So this was deep for me. It blew my mind. So from that point, and that had to be about 7, 8 years ago, from that point on, I've been communicating with the ancients. Now, back to your question, or your comment in reference to you having a dream of being in Egypt. That is a direct sign from the ancients that you need to communicate with them, okay? A direct sign. Azikwe says, yes, that water is real good. Yes, it is. And that's why I always tell you in the shower, talk to the spirit of water. You understand? When you get in there, play. Because I know I talk to the water and all of a sudden it starts splashing in my face. People think you're crazy, but you're not crazy. So water communicates, and you all go research it. Water communicates. You can pray over water. It can heal. You can watch the molecules in the water change. Water communicates with you. And if you have a connection with it, it's a beautiful thing, family. But the water is going to play a very big part in this ritual, because this ritual is going to help you go through the dimensions and be intertwined with what's taking place, because we are now permanently in the age of Aquarius, okay? Hi, Cyber West. How are you? You finally get to catch us, well, catch me live, because my husband's at work. You know what I mean? He's working. So, but I had to come on and do this because I want everybody to prepare for the ritual this evening. I want you all to prepare for this ritual, okay? Do not play. Prepare. Again, if you can't get lavender, use the nature sounds. Water, they have water. They have one called Waterfalls that I play in my store, and I use that for my relaxation room, and it's mixed with water and the sounds of nature, which will put you right to sleep. Every time somebody come in my relaxation room at the store, you know, they getting a massage chairs, it's a wrap. I peek in there, they snoring, you know what I mean? But I have the sounds of water and nature. And the way I have my relaxation room set up is sort of like they're laying in the middle of the jungle. You know, I have vines, plants everywhere, okay? But use the sound. If you can't get lavender, use the sounds of water and nature, okay? Hello, Justin. How are you? How are you? All right, I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Okay. All right. He said, I'm new at this, but I had a dream that I was entering parent with 2 Sphinx on the side. Okay. I read that. Okay. All right, family. So, all right, Justin. You say, I'm great. I just got in and seen you were live. Yeah, I had to do this before the ritual tonight. I'm going to post it on Facebook and Twitter because people have been asking me. And Facebook actually, excuse me, a lot of people don't have Facebook. If you all check before this video, I put up a video on the spiral, okay? Do not forget the spiral, because the spirals was going to pull you in, and I guess the ancients gave me that for the simple reason, when I do sun gazing, that spiral looks the same as what you're going to do when you're getting ready to go into the dimensions, okay? So I notice when I do my sun gazing, when I see that spiral, they're pulling me right in. You hear what I mean? That sun is pulling me into their dimension, and it's a beautiful thing. So when the Spirit told me to tell you all to use a spiral, it's going to pull you into those dimensions, okay? And this is going to help with the healing and the transformation that you're going to go through. Nikki, I had a dream similar to yours about something rising from the sea, but it was large ankh that caused huge tidal waves. I mean, so big it caused major flooding. It was unbelievable. Wow. Makaya, that's a beautiful thing. Am I saying it? Is it Makaya? Makaya. Okay. See, you know, family, I say this all the time. We have to pay attention to what the ancients have been giving us. As I told you all before, they could have destroyed every monument on this earth. But it's one thing they couldn't have done was destroy your DNA, because it's in your DNA. And I'm so impressed with the fact that many people are getting the signs. Look at that. You got an ankh coming out of the ocean. You know what I mean? That's interesting, because why would they just show the symbol ankh? The ankh is the representation of life. So when you look at the symbol ankh, it's life. And if you look on the ancient walls of Kemet or Egypt, you'll see that they communicated with the ankh. And they had actually, you know, you would watch them. You can see them. They'll put the ankh to the person's mouth. If you study the walls of the hieroglyphs, they put it to the mouth, which said to me it was a way of, what I got is a way of communicating and a way of healing, okay? So it's not a coincidence that you had a dream like that coming out of the water and it was an ankh. That means that this is right on point what we're doing, family. Transformation, the end of an age. Piscean age is out the door, and with the age of Aquarius, the new beginning of life, okay? The new beginning. Very interesting. Ashley says, how do you connect with the ancient ancestors? Ashley, you know, it's funny because I have a lot of, and I don't have it here, it's at my store, because I have a room set up just for my divinations and my reading. I read with water, I read with fire, I read with the divination mat, and I read from seeing. But I have it set up ancient style. So when you walk in there, you think you're in Egypt, okay? But my shrine is there. I have a lot of shrines, statues of the ancient ones, okay? And what I did is to activate that shrine, I called down upon those deities and those spirits to actually enter into the statues, okay? To resonate their spirits into those statues, okay? So that's what I did. Now, with saying that, what you want to do is, the ancients loved red beer. You want to give them an offering of red beer. They love frankincense and myrrh. They like frankincense in the morning and myrrh at night. So you want to offer them the resins, okay, which are the rocks, not the sticks. I don't like the sticks, they're not strong. You want the rocks come straight from earth to that plant. So you want to offer them You can do it outside if you don't have the statues, okay? You can do it outside by a tree. Call upon the ancient spirits. Call upon them. Learn their names. You know, I have Sekhmet, I have Osiris, I have Aset, I have Bes, I have, you know, the ancient ones. So with saying that, family, my phone is ringing off the hook, y'all. We're saying that, and I'm about to end anyway because my phone is about to die. But we're saying that what you all have to understand is that you can communicate with them if you just call upon them. How would you communicate if you don't resonate and call upon them? Do what you have to do, but that's how you can do that actually to start out with. And then you can get a lot of the statues off of Amazon, eBay, you know what I mean? You could do a lot of that, okay? So make sure that you give them their offerings, and then you'll see they'll start communicating with you. They will, trust me, okay? Now let me see. You are so welcome, the Black Critical Thinker. All right, family, so that's pretty much it. If you missed the video, you just came in, go back and watch the beginning. Go back on the video for 38 seconds, which is the spiral. Like I said, you can download your own spiral, or you can find one on YouTube, or you can find one on, you know, you can print one out. However you feel comfortable doing it. Your lavender, if you don't have lavender, use the sounds of nature, okay, to relax you, all right? And what you want to probably do now, family, let me just admit, this is very important. If you can't get lavender and you use the sounds of nature to fall asleep, make sure your phone is on autoplay, because the next one you want to cue is going to be that binaural frequency of 441, okay? It's going to be that binaural frequency of 441. So make sure you put it on autoplay, because what you're going to do is let the nature sounds and the water guide you into your sleep. But when you're in your sleep, you want to get through them dimensions. So you want to make sure your phone, YouTube, is on auto cue. After that, and find a short one. Find one that's no longer than maybe 30 minutes or an hour, because if you don't have lavender, you need to relax some way. So what you want to do is you want to actually cue that binaural sound frequency. You can look it up when you get off of here, 441, to take you into dimensions. That's important, okay? Real quick, I plan to pray over my water in the tub. I plan to meditate while soaking my body in the water tonight with everything else you mentioned. Is it okay to do this? Ricky Masi, that's fine. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. As long as you resonate with that water, drinking it, also make sure you drink the water too, okay? Make sure you drink over it, but you could do it in the tub. That's fine. That's totally fine. All right, family, I'm about to get out of here. Phone ringing off the hook. Got rituals to do. Blessings. If you all have questions, for those who are on Facebook, hit me up inbox. For those who are on here, YouTube, you can hit me up on here on YouTube. All right? For those who are on Twitter, you can hit me up inbox on Twitter. Also, I have Instagram, okay? So you find me on Instagram, you can hit me up there. But we'll see everybody tomorrow night, because I want to know how y'all gonna feel, okay? Love y'all, family. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. And get ready. Embrace this powerful energy. Blessings.